Randomized relevant. Uh-oh, we're live.
Well, we goofed up the opener.
Yeah, we don't goof. I don't think this thing's even showing us.
Took about 4 tries to get that description because
okay.
Nick thinks mine are too inappropriate.
What was your first topic? It's okay. Nobody watches.
No, yeah, we actually, Behizzle just asked for the link.
It was something about
I didn't send it to him because I just went live. So Behizzle, if you see the link now, hello. If not, then goodbye.
Nick, you got to turn it toward you a little more.
I just got to get closer. You guys got to move over.
Oh, the head. I didn't know that you were just so...
Please don't.
There we go. Should we just go like this the whole
You
time?
look like a giant.
My head's cut off. Greetings and salutations. It's Monday. It's another Manic Monday here at the Frank and Tony's in Willoughby.
Get your head out there.
Ohio.
Raise it up a little bit. Get your head out there. All right. Little Matthew McConaughey. All right.
Fucking chair.
Okay, oh yeah, all right.
All right.
Hey, my head's in it.
Take it away, Nick.
No.
Or were we going to do the intro?
Introductions.
Who are you? Who are we?
Ed Wilson.
Hot dog water. That's you.
That was hot dog butter.
Hot dog butter, hot dog water. Well, that can go either way. Maybe it's a mixture of
All
both.
right, as a side on that, ketchup or mustard on your hot dog?
Ketchup.
Starfish flavored.
Mustard.
Starfish
Mustard
shaped.
is
Mustard
disgusting.
and ketchup, but like almost equal amounts, but
Oh,
not
chocolate
a lot.
starfish.
And hot dog flavored water.
There you go, yeah.
All right.
Say hot dog
Jasonda.
No, what ketchup or mustard on your hot dog?
on your
I
hot
haven't even
dog.
done the intros yet.
We'll get there. We're almost
I would
done.
drag it through the garden.
Oh, so dirt. All right.
No, like Chicago style.
Prima. I don't know what that means.
They drag it through the garden. They put a bunch of random crap on there. They put like relish, onions,
Oh, okay,
pickles,
yeah. Onions.
Onions,
tomatoes, yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably some spicy mustard. Maybe, probably not some stadium mustard though, because that's a Cleveland staple.
Yeah. Nowhere else.
So we got
Hartman's.
Ed, aka hot dog water, hot dog butter, whatever you want to go with.
AKA Wilson.
Wilson.
Leave the hot dog
Wilson.
butter and the
Wilson.
stadium, man.
Jasonda.
Drop stunners, not kids.
Oh, you could drop kids too with stunners. There's plenty of kids that may need drop stunners.
Wait, how's your saying go? Don't drop kids on their heads?
Drop
Whoa,
stunners,
wait.
not drugs.
Oh,
Guys,
okay.
I figured
I mean,
out how to make a vegetable. I use a hammer.
Oh, take a sip.
right.
Take a sip, take a
My
sip.
God.
That's just making me think about cucumbers. Maybe cucumbers and zucchinis. Whoa, double fisting.
I barely spelled.
You're a little more on top of it than you were last week.
God, these fucking.
Seemed like you were pretty hungry last week and you ate some
Ooh, pretty
things.
hungry.
Dude, I forgot about that.
You ate some cucumbers and some zucchinis.
It was a good time. I'm not gonna do it again, but it was a good time.
All right, what girth is your favorite eggplant?
I actually don't like eggplant.
I don't like eggplant.
Yeah.
Wow,
Peace.
3 for 3,
Thank you,
no
thank
eggplants.
you. Yeah.
I'm all about the peaches.
Dude, peaches. It's peach season. I gotta get some. I keep forgetting.
Got to move to the
Thanks for
country.
the reminder. See, nature will, or
You got a pretty good peach going on right now, boy.
you can't see this whole thing.
Thing down,
Something's
flipping in
over
reverse.
here.
By the way, hi, I'm Nick. You might know me as Philip McCrevis.
Wow, that only took like 15 minutes.
Yeah, there we go.
Welcome.
We got our intro. We are John Wilkes Boofin. We're funny. We're punny. We're irreverent. And
There's no boofing.
no, we
Absolutely.
sip our beers. We don't boof them.
Yeah. All right. Nick is eager to talk about the Roman Empire.
Oh,
I'm
man.
curious to know your fascination with it.
Oh man, that was the opposite of the setup. We're supposed to have a lady, and she's supposed to ask her husband or boyfriend. How
Oh
often
no
do
no
you-
no! I was
No,
not
you-
allowed. I was not allowed to say this in the intro. Now all of a sudden he's allowed to talk about doing the Roman helmet.
Not
No,
the
that's
Roman
cool.
helmet, the Roman Empire.
No,
Is that when you pour a beer in a helmet and you drink it?
no,
Yeah, I got to turn my notifications off.
no.
Don't look at him.
So how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
often?
The Roman helmet is the
Absolutely
Roman
not.
helmet is when you lay your balls on their eyes and then lay your dong down their nose. So it's like a Roman
No, I
helmet.
don't like that.
It sounds like an expansion on the Texas belt buckle.
Okay, no, Texas. Okay, Texas.
You know what the
I-
Texas
we're getting-
belt
yes,
buckle
We're
is.
getting
like.
off the
Yes.
freaking
I do
beaten
know what
path
Texas
here.
belt buckle is.
This is not a Urban Dictionary review.
You ever seen the movie Waiting?
No.
This is not
What? You gotta. Oh, you want the ultimate
is not a
movie
Siberian
that'll
pipeline.
teach you how to do with your balls? It's.
All right, we already got our ball count way too high for this
I
episode.
feel like he's right.
So anyway, the Roman Empire, not the Roman helmets. So it's a trending topic on the interwebs, where like a lady will talk to her boyfriend or husband. She'll say, "Hey, honey, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?" And then he'll respond. So I guess one of us has to play the lady. Who's it going to be? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Those
I'll be the
guys-
lady.
All right, ask us.
Give me the Roman helmet.
How many times a week?
Never.
Never.
Why do I care about the?
How many-
Dude, I think more about the Ho Chi Minh Trail than the Roman Empire.
How many times a week
Topic for
do you
another
think
day.
about the Roman Empire?
Thank you. See how that sounds?
I've had a long day at work. Okay.
We want the
I don't
Roman
need
Empire.
no
I need to
Man.
know what you think about the Roman Empire.
Did you put that in the wrong spot again?
What?
It's hiding his face.
No, it's fine.
I guess it makes you look more like a girl with all that dangling stuff.
Oh yeah, he's got some dangle. There's an angle to the dangle as long as it's inversely proportional to the heat of the beat.
Okay.
I need
Okay.
more than this podcast in time to process what you just said.
I think about the Roman Empire probably 5 times a day, every day. What about you guys?
What parts of the Roman Empire do you think about?
Well,
Like
actually,
what specifically?
And
Do you think
why?
about? Do you think about how they lived?
do you think about
how
like
they
jacked
survived?
men sweaty?
Jack
do
men
you
sweaty. No,
think-
you're thinking of 300.
Do you think about how they lived?
That
How
was
they
the Spartans.
survived? Do you think about them battling? What do you think about?
Oh yeah, all of the above. But I guess it's a little bit of a misnomer because I don't think about the Roman Empire 5 times a day.
there
I mostly
shit about the
think
Romans?
I mostly think about the Roman, the old Republic. Back when it was
Man.
being formulated, like back before it was a global superpower, how they were just a little upstart colony in the middle of the boot of Italy, and they didn't even own the whole thing. And I was like wondering, like, what made them so exceptional? Like, how'd they grow from just being like a localized power to like the greatest empire the world had ever seen? And another reason why I think about the Roman Empire all the time is because we are basically the descendants of Rome. Like, we're not the same people, we don't have the same blood in our veins, but the
You
culture.
mean like laws and
Some of us
Yeah,
might
so
have the
Western
same blood in
culture.
our veins.
Yeah, I mean, it's not saying like, the Romans
Did
lived
they
in
have
Italy
the
and
code? No. Well, because in criminal justice we were taught we get most of our laws for like protecting people and serving the public from the Code of Hammurabi and the Law of Talon.
Say Harambe.
Harambe. Actually, yeah. Yeah, it
Harambe.
is. But
Dick-
not like that.
Dicks out for Harambe.
But put your dicks back in. We're not like that.
Yeah, the Code of... Or no, sorry,
Keep
the
'em in there,
Code
not
of
even a peek.
Hammurabi.
Hammurabi.
Yeah, not Harambe.
Still,
Sorry.
dicks out for Harambe.
Keep them in. I swear to God. If I see some dingers coming across, I'm gonna flip it.
And we technically nerfed a lot of what like our laws are based on in that context. But so Roman Empire for you there, bud.
I thought it was like supposed to be like an eye for an eye, tooth
Well,
for a
that's
tooth.
Law of Talon. That's where we get that from, and there's still some of that going on.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
I mean, if you can't see what you're stealing anymore, maybe he's just taking rocks, okay? Maybe he's not taking anything that's actually pricey.
Maybe
also,
they're taking shiny
maybe he
rocks.
can't find the expensive shops to steal from anymore.
Who's he?
Whoever is blind now.
No, everybody's
And the
blind.
idea of like perverting, where they would
No
take
perverting.
your eye out, or stealing, where they cut your hand off.
That's fine. No perverting.
But why do you think you go blind in those codes? And like,
No, because everyone's stabbing each other's eyes out. That's the point. Like, hey, you stole from me. I'm stabbing your eye. And they said, I don't like you. I'm stabbing your
it's
eye.
a gross
We all stab everybody's
exaggeration,
eyes
though,
out.
of like what the laws did. They maintained an immediate punishment for a crime, something that we kind of lack in a way.
But also at the same time, those crimes can be very minute.
Yeah, it's like you're
minuscule.
stealing bread to feed your family.
Yes,
Yeah.
or
You're starving.
Yeah, those could be grossly over the top punishments. Where, you steal bread, you get punished, or you lose your hand.
Well, yeah,
Or
I
you're
mean, like,
starving,
history
so
was
you lose
brutal.
your life. But
All of history, most of recorded history was people brutally murdering each other and stealing each other's land and stabbing each other
Dog
to
eat
death.
dog world.
Yeah.
Yep, and
Brought us the
eat or be
dozen,
eaten
the
kind of
baker's
thing.
dozen.
and the Roman Empire was one like small time of relative peace in a world of chaos. That's the Pax Romana, the peace of Rome. So as Romans conquered everything around them, yes, obviously there was extreme violence and discriminated wantonly and abuse. But when they became the arbiters of peace and justice, then they were able to create a time of prosperity where things were pretty good.
Did they have homeless people in Rome? Is that something you've learned? You don't know? Okay.
Well, and when you look at, and this is not to downgrade anything that military does at all, but when you look at when they fought,
The Romans, the legions?
just basically torture weapons and brutalizing each other,
Because
just
they had pointy sticks and they're stabbing
Yeah,
each other.
like-
Stab.
Dude, they are the
beheading
Was it-
and just crazy shit.
So Rome was supposed to be like one of the foundations for martial arts, where it moved from
You got to get Johnny on this. For
it
that.
moved from Rome, and then it went to the Asian continent. The
Actually,
monks learned it from
That does not
Prince.
sound right.
no, but
Or I know.
That sound right.
no, actually-
the Chinese culture is
Yeah.
thousands of years older.
actually,
No.
you know what? Do you know where
No, like the actual.
professional
Martial
wrestling's lineage from wrestling comes from Rome?
Yeah, and Rome
Comes
had the
from Rome.
Colosseums, right?
Greco-Roman wrestling.
Rome had the Colosseums, right? Where they'd have
Yes.
people fighting. That's them,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Then
like one of their most famous
Yeah,
landmarks.
they were one of the oldest to actually have a standard teaching for martial arts.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to know how
China's
often you think of
old.
the Roman Empire.
I mean, I guess that would be the only thing I think about the Roman Empire.
But this goes. Yeah, so professional wrestling's lineage leads back all the way to the days of Rome.
Well, Greco-Roman, so Greece and Rome.
Well, Greco-Roman is also like a style of wrestling that involves like not your fists for striking, but you can use your shoulders, your elbows. No, well, if you watch, what's the guy's name?
Oh, I got a new patch.
One guy was a UFC fighter. He would drop his shoulder into people's faces when he got them on their back. He would just stand there and then he'd get it positioned just enough that he could drop it with
So how
power.
often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Almost never.
Almost never. Absolutely not. Yeah. Scott's more than.
We really just went past like the funny part about the Roman Empire, just dove right into 7 different topics about it.
Well, hey,
joke
but
about it?
that's what it's about, right? Though, right? It's
That's
about
how
the
it goes.
it's about the conversation.
No,
about it.
the viral thing that's been going around. Literally, they would just ask how often you think about the Roman Empire, and then they would respond to like how many times like per day or per week or whatever. You guys skipped over that part.
That's because we don't care about the Roman Empire. Though I think you're hung up on the whole TikTok a little bit.
That's the topic.
But no, the topic is how often you think of it. If we don't think about it at all.
Okay,
Or
so
we
what
talk about
I'm
what we
what,
thought
I'm, what I'm
about it.
saying what I'm saying is like when
That
I talk
is
about
it.
professional wrestling about it because
Yeah.
I watched a documentary on it, so I
Right.
thought about it at that point. I thought about it at that point. Typically, almost never, unless
Yeah.
it comes up in a documentary of something that I'm interested in.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Most people think about it almost never because most people are not well versed in history and don't care about the lessons that are in historical times.
Not the Roman ones.
And the fall of Rome. I mean, I could spend the next hour talking about the fall of Rome just in and of itself. I'm sure you guys will be laying on the ground in
Yeah.
tears of
Now,
boredom.
I heard
you-
a more interesting story about the peso in Argentina.
We're not doing that.
And I didn't think you would, but I found it way more interesting.
If you want to talk about like things with history, like I could talk to you about a lot of things on natural history.
Oh,
I
okay.
could talk to you about human evolution, evolution of animals, what things. I could talk about a lot of that shit when it comes down to what we do and why we do it.
Okay.
All right, quick question, sidestep. How old's the Earth to you? No exact. Like, is it older than 6,000 years old?
The Earth is, I think, billions of years old.
I know the Earth is 93 million miles away from the sun. That's one astronomical unit, and that's one I memorized in school.
Do you remember how fast light travels?
Yeah, it's 3.00 times 10 to the 8th meters per second
All right,
squared.
that's like to me way more impressive than Rome. Okay, right there.
I knew a number?
Yeah.
So
And
it's
a lot,
I'm not
but
sure
it's light.
I'm not
It's
sure
not
I'm not sure I'm not sure how true it is, but when I was a kid I watched a documentary and it was talking about the sun, and they say the sun is about halfway through its burned energy.
Yeah, but that's like still
Which
like 500
that's
trillion
what
years.
they said the Earth was billions of years old,
Right.
or the sun was billions of years old. So
what's your favorite time period to like kind of look into or study? Like, do you like the past 100 years, 5,000 years, the past million years? Do you have like any specific one that you like?
I like now. I like to look into what happens now.
I like the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods of the dinosaurs, and then I like anything like even after that, up until only thousands of years ago, like maybe just like when we started coming along.
Yeah.
So
what do you think is the most lethal apex predator dinosaur?
That goes by
Raptor.
opinion.
You're saying raptor?
Yeah.
Would you say T-Rex?
You got to pick an ambiguous one.
No, I can't because I've watched a lot of documentaries on it.
All right. Well, let's give you guys time to
Do you
catch
mean-
up on that while I
So
walk
I
away.
don't know.
Oh, no.
I don't know because it goes by opinion on it. And no,
What's
it
your
also
favorite
goes by facts.
dinosaur? I can't say that without smiling.
It's probably T-Rex.
Really?
It's always been
You
T-Rex.
would be.
It always has been. But so in the new Jurassic World movie, the Giganotosaurus, when that came out in the movie, they found that dinosaur when I was a kid. It's when it got discovered, and it was in the newspaper. And my dad hung. I was so excited that they
Okay.
found a bigger predator than T-Rex.
Yeah.
My dad cut out the newspaper article and hung it on my wall so I could lay in bed and read it every night. So
Should have become an anthropologist.
I thought paleontology was super cool when I was a kid, but intelligence just isn't there for it because on top of it's such like paleontology, you have to be a geologist basically to know that. Yeah,
See, rocks are cool.
it is super cool because if you look at an area and it's like a cliff and it's like a broken off area, and you could see the different levels of where sediment landed.
Stratifications of the earth.
Sediment settled and petrified and became like rock.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And there's places where like fossil hunting is actually really huge. You can pay to go out. And look
Montana.
around. Yeah.
Montana.
Yeah. Ohio's great for finding fossils in rivers because you can find a lot of old ocean because this whole area was glacier, and then before that it was all filled by water.
So a guy I used to know back in the day, he had a rock, just a random rock he put in his front yard. I don't know if he found it or where he got it, and he just laid it in his garden. It broke open and had a fossil in it, which was super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
I like it when you break open a rock, there's nothing in it, but it breaks in a weird way. That's one of my favorite ones. Because I had one that literally broke. It broke like this symbol where like there were two dots. Literally, two dots on the side, and just like the ass shape there. I'm like, that's weird.
It's funny because like you never know like what you could find like breaking open a rock. Like I said, my buddy with the rock in his yard just broke it open and it wasn't anything crazy.
No.
It was like a leaf fossil or something,
Oh,
but
that's so cool.
but it was something cool
Yeah.
that he's like, holy shit, there was a fossil in this rock that was in my yard.
Yeah.
You know.
They sold me these little cups.
Those
what?
are backups?
Yeah.
Did you realize it's $2 wontons? And they,
Oh, well, I done goofed.
yeah.
What are those for?
More beers.
Give it to them for the wontons.
Well, that would work.
As long as they accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't feel like you only get beers now.
This would be a fungible token. A non-fungible token would be like not
A dollar bill.
Oh, we got to give a shout out to Behizzle because Behizzle over the weekend caught up on all of our shows. Thank you, Behizzle. I love you.
Behizzle.
I fucking love you.
All right.
Behizzle is a champ. Let's cheers to Behizzle.
Appreciate it.
Cheers,
Ziggy zaggy,
Behizzle.
ziggy zaggy. Oi, oi, oi.
Ziggy zag, ziggy zag. Eins, Wein, Sein, Zig.
Yeah, I asked B-Land if he was on it too. He's like, oh yeah, I got you guys on Spotify. So B-Land and Behizzle, the Brian and Brian combo.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
All
I was
right.
talking to Josh about, I'm sorry, J-Mosh about perhaps being involved in some regard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said he wants to come on and he wants to have a spicy discourse with yourself.
With me?
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised?
Every time I ask him about the show, he always he calls out. He's like, "Oh yeah, I saw John did this. I saw John did that. I saw John did this." I was like, "Oh, somebody's got a bromance." Yep. So yeah, shout out to everybody who watches that doesn't comment. So we can't thank you directly. We'll thank you indirectly. But if you do want to come in and comment, we'll probably hit you up. Except that there's one that slipped through the cracks yesterday. That Dirty Dave came in and did a comment, but it didn't pop up on the screen. I just didn't see it till today.
I actually,
Yeah.
when I logged on to do the reel, I saw that.
Yeah. All right, where are we land on these apex predators? Was the raptor take it, or was it no?
Well, okay.
He likes the
it's-
Giganosaurus.
No, I like T-Rex, but when I was a kid, so in the new Jurassic World movie, the Giganotosaurus,
The what?
Giganotosaurus,
Giganotosaurus.
and the newest Jurassic World movie
Yeah.
got discovered when I was a kid,
Oh.
and they came out with a big newspaper article.
How old were you?
Young, really young, and my dad. I was so infatuated with it. My dad cut out a newspaper article and hung it in my room.
Giganosaurus, what is it, like a T-Rex but bigger?
Yeah, basically.
It's
Is
bigger.
that the one with the horns or no?
No, it was no. Watch the new Jurassic World movie, fool.
I
I'm like
don't
2
want
movies
to
behind. I
describe
think I'm
it.
3 movies behind under.
It's bigger than a T-Rex, but with a shorter mouth.
That's not a Spinosaurus.
No,
That's Jurassic
and
Is it
Park
more
3.
beak-like on the front, or does it
No.
still come over
That's
and
Jurassic
down?
Park 3.
no, it's
No, down. Instead of down.
Hey, we're Cuban.
Don't break it.
Say hi to the people out there on the podcast.
Hello, people on the podcast.
There you
Camera's
go.
over there.
Hello, camera.
I feel like if you could see her
just totally
cardigan
running
right
it so
now,
Nick can pick it up.
just watch. We will solve this now.
This is very
Alright.
tempting. I promised I wouldn't do it. Oh my god, it's just sitting there waiting for me to do it. I promised I wouldn't do it. So
Alright, I'll start a layer then. You have to finish it.
no, I promised I wouldn't.
All right. Dinosaurs?
So
I still-
T-Rex has a stronger bite than Giganotosaurus.
Yeah, but
Spite force,
12
okay.
Velociraptors would take your shit
I
down.
thought this was a one.
Actually,
thing.
if you go by scientific evidence, a Velociraptor is only the size of a chicken.
No. There's
Yeah.
a different species of that.
Do you
No.
think they'd be
It's
good?
not a Velociraptor. It's
Do you think they would taste good deep fried?
it's a raptor that they use. It's not a Velociraptor.
I said raptor.
You said Velociraptor.
No, he said velociraptor. I will have that in a moment.
Velociraptor is the size of a chicken. The species of raptor that they use in that movie is not a Velociraptor. I can't remember what species it is.
Let's first look up how big a velociraptor is, and then I'll look up the one from.
Maybe it's
I will
so-
tell you, a Velociraptor is the size of a chicken. I know
This is his
this.
hypothesis.
Maybe it's in a Celeraptor.
Dougie Fresh.
Dougie Fresh.
No, the jacket, not the jacket.
Oh, you got a comment. Oh, shoot. Josh says moving worldwide.
There you go.
All right, Josh, it's time
6
for
feet, velociraptor.
Long with
How
the
tall?
tail. Long with the tail. Not height wise.
One. Okay.
Oh, it's only one
Okay,
foot
so
tall.
you want to say a chicken that's 6 foot long was the size of a chicken? You want something that was
It's
that
the
long?
tail.
dog.
It's the tail.
But you're saying that no. The animal's much larger than a chicken.
No,
though.
the body of it is the size of a chicken. It's the tail that makes it longer.
It's like a wiener dog with a long tail.
It's like if you have a fucking lizard, the body of it's this long, the fucking tail's this long.
But there's some lizards that are scary. Like a monitor lizard.
One more? Are you guys actually ending the show?
No, we're still going.
We're
Yeah, it
still
doesn't
going.
look like a
We're just
velociraptor.
arguing
We
about
started late.
dinosaurs.
We started late. Come on in, dude.
Is that a Mayfield shirt with all the logos?
Yes, yes it is.
Make that yourself because that's pretty dope, dude.
Actually, what it is, I made my mom. I made my mom sew these on.
That's cool
There we
shit.
go. We got the 1, 2, 3 logos and the brown shirt.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, where's the Bucks? Because,
Yeah.
yeah, he is with the Bucks, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. But I couldn't get a real Bucks logo, so I got a fake Buck logo.
Hi, everybody. Did we miss me? Because I did.
Dougie
Hi,
Fresh.
everybody.
Spill
I'm not-
anything. I
You,
understand it's empty.
don't spill
It's
my empty
empty.
glass. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. Glass half empty, mostly empty, all the way.
All right, do you want to weigh in here on this? What is the most
All right,
apex
they were
predator?
small.
Love it.
That's
What are we
weird.
talking
Talking about what's
God,
the most
fuck
deadly
them.
dinosaur?
Tyrannosaurus.
T-Rex all day.
T-Rex.
Why did I just feel
What's
like
on your shirt right there?
Yeah,
It actually is.
I know.
Right there. Right there.
Why do you think
we
you brought
got to
it
move
up?
the
so-
microphone out of the way so we can see it.
I
Yeah,
just
there it
felt
is.
like
That is a freaking T-Rex on his shirt.
wasn't the
I think that's
I
all.
do like dinosaurs.
me too. Who doesn't? Wasn't the red Power Ranger from Mighty Morphin? Wasn't
Real
his,
quick,
like,
I'm gonna
robot,
answer his question. It's
Tyrannosaurus?
women.
Oh yeah, I think it was.
This is just like the Roman Empire. Only men like dinosaurs. Or, yeah, it's true.
Let me ask a question for the
female
panel. How often do you think about dinosaurs?
A lot.
If we
All
have
the
people
time.
watching,
A lot. Because I watch a lot of documentaries on them. More than the Roman Empire.
I watch a lot of Mighty
Absolutely,
Morphin
yeah, I
Power Rangers,
100%
and they
think
were
of
like
dinosaurs way
dinosaur
more than I
names,
think of the Roman Empire.
Yeah, what was it? Mastodon. Saber-toothed
Oh,
tiger.
are we gonna do this?
Those
shit?
aren't
Okay, hold on a
dinosaurs.
minute. Are we doing the whole Mighty Morphin
Pterodactyl.
thing? It would be like they would do this whole shit. Would be like it's morphin time.
Yeah,
They'd
it's
be like,
morphin time.
Boom, and they would have like Tyrannosaurus,
Looks
Triceratops,
like a
Saber-tooth tiger,
Power
Mastodon,
Ranger with the
and
jacket on.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Triceratops.
Triceratops.
Triceratops, that's the blue guy.
Yeah, Red Ranger was Tyrannosaurus, blue was Triceratops, black was Mastodon, yellow was Saber-tooth tiger, and pink was
Go,
Pterodactyl.
go,
But what about
Power
the
Ranger.
The green
White.
one had the Dragon Zord.
Yes,
and like, the white
Dragon
one
Zord.
was the White Ranger had the
I feel like
tiger.
you can hear it.
Oh yeah, White Tiger. That's
Yeah.
right, dude. White
Yeah.
Tiger was pretty boss.
Yeah, man.
Go, go, Power Rangers.
Fucking-
All right, real
Nostalgia.
quick, 1 minute to describe how much you think about the Roman Empire.
Not even a minute needed. I don't.
Thank you. Yeah, peace.
Hey,
I'm gonna put this up.
hey, how you doing? I'm here.
All right, next topic will be drugs in sports.
All right,
And I
let's
don't have a good
see.
segue
I like how
for
there's,
that,
like-
other than being like, I have thought about it.
Let's see what our
Why
time
wouldn't
is.
anybody want to do that?
Yeah, we gotta get through them at a pretty good pace. We still got some time left.
You decided to pick an off
Talk to
topic.
me.
What's that?
You decided to pick an off-topic topic.
Off
I
topic.
really didn't think I was
What'd
in
you say?
control, guys, but
Dinosaurs.
Oh, well, I had to go get.
No,
a
he
beer
did
shot.
Roman Empire.
I-
We all just kind of rambled.
We could have done drugs in sports.
But now we're all here, so now we can do it with twice as much
All right,
power.
what do you think the... Well, lead it
All right.
away. It's your
All right,
topic.
so
What's
all right,
the story?
So, my knowledge on it is professional wrestling, but it goes all across
it looks
sports.
very fun.
It goes all across sports. But I watched a documentary on Kurt Angle, 1996 Olympic winning gold champion for wrestling. Became a professional wrestler, broke his neck multiple times. They put you on painkillers.
What's his slogan or saying or whatever?
It's true. It's damn true. Intensity, integrity, and intelligence.
Ugh.
But that was the thing. He was a bad guy, so you were supposed to hate him.
Wait,
Yeah.
I.
Yeah, the three eyes. You were supposed to hate him. So
Fucking hate
he
animals.
breaks his neck multiple times. He gets addicted to painkillers. And now it comes down to competing. And the only way he's able to feel or compete and not be in pain is on painkillers and then eventually alcohol.
What kind of painkillers were these?
It's
All right. What years was this?
Well, when he got on the painkillers, this was in the early to mid 2000s.
Didn't you say the other day it was Novocaine?
2000?
Novocaine was
Probably
Novocaine.
cortisone.
Novocaine was originally when he was competing in the Olympics.
Okay, back in the day.
It wasn't something to be. He never got addicted to that. It was they shot his neck up with Novocaine so he could wrestle.
Which nowadays would be cortisol.
Would it be today? Is that what it is?
Well, there's something we probably never heard of. I just know,
I know they
you
still
know,
use
when they get hurt,
but
they
it
go
depends
back
how bad
in
the pain is.
the back and they give them like a cortisol shot. It just like numbs it completely.
Oh,
Can't feel
yeah,
a thing.
that's-
Which
it's a local
which
anesthetic.
if you ever had Novocaine shot in your mouth,
Yeah.
it's the same effect.
Yeah.
Just numbs you.
So he was using a local anesthetic to
Well-
numb his body pain.
to
and then
to wrestle in
yeah.
the Olympics. When he got into WWE and then broke his neck again and then again, and then they were giving him painkillers after his surgery, and so he would take one, and he's like, I feel really good.
He's popping the pills.
Feels really good. I can compete. I feel energetic.
Maddie.
And then he, boom, popping more.
Yeah, popping like Tic Tacs.
It got
Oh, Jess, never mind.
it got to a point.
Ouch,
it got
brutal.
to. It got
Take
to.
it back.
Come on, listen.
It got to a point where he was taking 65 painkillers in a day.
65. That's enough to numb a horse.
She's
That's
not
exactly what
blind.
he
She's
said.
died.
He was like, it was enough
It's not blonde.
to do that to a horse.
Right.
He
That's like a different
he had
level
a
of blackface
he had a
right
schedule.
there.
He had a schedule.
What?
Dyeing
We're-
your hair is a different level of blackface. This is a side conversation, sorry.
They
This
can,
is not
they,
the
can, they
sa-
can hear this, by the way. I go back and I listen to them all. When we have our side conversation, they can hear everything we're
Listen,
saying.
not the side conversation I'm trying to have. That's just Eddie.
I just hate that people dye their hair blonde as a blonde. That's all.
We'll get to that later. So, isn't it like bad when you break your neck? You seem like you're making it seem like this guy was like, no big deal. I broke my neck. I'll break
Well,
my neck
because
again,
it wasn't
whatever.
it wasn't like neck broken where you can't move.
Yeah.
It was fractures in multiple vertebrae sitting against the spinal cord to where in a match
Oh, his
either
bones
he
were
couldn't
touching.
he couldn't feel his arm
Holy
or his
shit.
hands.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah.
And he's trying to wrestle like that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
That's the difference. But that's what athletes do because when you're on top at any sport and then
Yeah.
you get injured,
You don't want to go on bottom.
no. So and the longer you're away, the more everyone forgets about you. So you want to recover and come back as soon as possible. And then
Big swap?
in any sport, doesn't matter professional wrestling or whatever, any kind of contact sport where you can hurt yourself.
Yeah.
That's a weird way of
And you do it for years. You're hurting. You're
I
hurting.
mean, you guys do.
And then so okay.
Well, do you want to ask us a question about it so we can jump in a little bit?
Okay, so like
Segue.
what I'm so here's the thing is like football players on their time span.
What could they be getting as an instance? Like, yeah, because they get the time off, they could be receiving something from physicians or from their PTO guys. There's
What's the PTO? Paid time
physical therapists operating.
I was gonna hate time off. Whenever I think of PTO,
Sorry,
I
PT.
just-
Okay,
I
no, but I'm
Not
saying
PTO guys,
no,
PT guys.
so you'll know
My
this.
bad.
off? Yeah.
I don't know it, but I can guarantee it's pretty close to a wrestler,
Uh-huh.
unless you're a freak like John Cena. An NFL player, from start to finish, what's their average career span?
2.2 years.
What?
There
Wait,
you go.
it's so
NFL
short.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, 2.2 years for running backs. Quarterbacks, the longest is like 3.4.
Years.
Yeah.
There you go.
What was Chubb?
Well, yeah, he's actually longer than average, but there's a lot
What's
of people.
Hunt? How long? Hunt's been in for
Both,
5
they're both
years.
been there for way longer, but there's all these people you don't see.
Oh,
for-
like the average, like because
the
of
average.
injury, right?
Yes, injury and like just
So
not
what's
so
the
good.
median?
Don't know. But
That'd
did
be
you,
a better
you guys know that Jarvis
number.
Landry apparently is not even in the league anymore.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's
He
a
just
name that you
disappeared.
have not heard of. And like,
So anyway, so let's say between 2.2 and 3.4.
A lot of
Okay.
professional wrestlers
Yeah.
were football players at one point. The Rock played for Miami of Florida. Injury stopped that. Farouk actually went to the NFL and he played for the Cleveland Browns for a season.
Really?
But same thing.
Yeah,
it's-
like you said, one season.
yeah,
Yeah, and sometimes it's really fast.
Yeah.
Sometimes
So-
you come in,
so-
you get injured, you get 1 or 2 seasons. That's
Yep.
it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And then
yeah, they're
Wasn't
shooting
his
themselves
dad
up with stuff.
like a WWE wrestler or whatever though?
who?
Wasn't The Rock's dad or
yeah,
Dwayne Johnson's
Dwayne Johnson's
dad?
dad was like a wrestler.
Yeah, so like he had a greater opportunity or a chance to get into
Oh,
it to
Jesus.
begin
Yeah,
with.
yeah, Jesus
than, like,
Christ.
Then like, what's his name that played in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Dave
Or-
Bautista.
Yeah,
Bautista.
Dave Bautista had to work for it. And then there was another guy, I can't remember his name, but
Yeah, we're
he
not
said
talking.
he,
We're not talking about just random wrestlers. We're talking about people who inject themselves with drugs.
yeah, but
Barry
they
Bonds.
Get an
do.
But
They
it-
do use steroids because they aren't tested.
Are they
They're
tested?
entertainers, man. How about jujitsu?
It's
where
a
all
very
of
it's a
jujitsu-
We're
very
not talking about jujitsu
it's
right
a
now.
very fine line.
Uh-huh.
Are they tested? Yes.
It's not frequent, and they
there's-
can easily evade the test.
Some of them get away with it. Yes.
They do like the fake piss.
Well, it's not just
No,
that. You
it's
time your
the
cycles, man.
timing of it.
Oh,
If you do your
okay.
cycles right, because I know more about this
Their
than you
moon
guys, I'm
cycle?
pretty sure. No, like there's what do you call it? Not Trent, but like their steroid cycle or any performance enhancing drug. Like you time the cycle so that it eventually comes out of your urine and you can see it. What you
Okay,
need-
so you take the
only
test.
thing.
You take the test and you immediately shoot up.
Well, no, you take a bulking phase
America
because you're not
gives us
using this
Uncle
specifically at the time for performance enhancement. You're using it for body enhancement in a period of time to grow yourself larger.
So and not like power lifters,
yeah,
or WOE or something.
Everybody does. This is how you're supposed to appropriately use performance enhancing drugs.
All right, here's a question for you other two guys. Is there any way to appropriately use performance enhancing drugs?
Testosterone.
Yeah. Testosterone's a perfect example of that. People with low T deserve to be at the normal level.
So, because I mean, there's you think of athletes and
I'm kidding. Come on.
I just don't do anything, so I'm lazy.
Athletes in their 40s and 50s.
Actually,
you put a little testosterone in your body, but like some people abuse it. But you know, you put a little bit in your body.
I had a coworker that would do it. Right, he talked about it openly. One of my family friends was one of them that did it a long time. He was a powerlifter before they actually cared about testing, though. He died like 5 years ago because he had back injuries from lifting too heavy because his skeleton frankly couldn't happen, and because when you put on that muscle that fast, your ligaments don't get stronger, your muscles get stronger, your bones don't get strong because that takes longer for them to build up calcium deposits or to strengthen them. While you can get very strong doing it, if people try to rush it too fast and they know what they're doing to trick their body into growing that fast, they will destroy their structure entirely. And that's where it's a very unsafe thing to do.
And then also, when
I love the biology of it.
When they're athletes, when they're athletes and they do that, then they get injured, and now they're trying to stay on top, and those painkillers come into play, or alcohol. Old school wrestlers would be popping painkillers, and then after
powerlifters, I had a huge thing with powerlifters doing that too, because people were doing between their heavy sets because they had so much pain from lifting like that. They would take painkillers. Really? Some of them were doing Adderall as well because you could block out the pain, and then you would have entire focus. They would lift like monsters, but people would get angry and they kind of have void effects almost, but instead they'd have rage outbursts.
Wow, I mean, like
painkillers.
I've heard of definitely heard of
painkillers.
But these are guys using meth basically, which is Adderall.
Oh, meth is bad.
Painkillers, alcohol, and then to get themselves old school wrestlers.
Old school was cocaine.
Yeah. Painkillers and alcohol to mask the pain, and then to get ready, it's a little bit of cocaine.
Wow, that's like a lethal cocktail. Have you guys?
Why do you think a lot of them die young?
Yeah,
and they die from mysterious circumstances too, like a heart attack.
Heart attack.
Well, how many heart surgeries has Arnold had? 4 or 5, I think, right now.
He had one here in Cleveland.
Yeah, he's had 2 here, or
two?
At least 2 here. I know he's had more. I thought he's had a lot of. I thought he had at least 5 heart surgeries. Right, the last one was done here because they did such good last time. Or for his other one that they got up here, they wanted to do it again. We also have the best heart surgeons in the country.
That's just true.
And probably the world right now.
We actually best cancer and best a lot of the best surgeons.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ever seen that show? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Sorry, my point though with the Arnold thing was, people question whether
this goes
he
with
did,
the athletes.
Yeah, people question whether he did performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
But there's also the toll that being that big does on your heart because it has to pump and supply nutrients to all of that body mass. That it's hard to debate if he actually had taken steroids just based on that, which some people try to argue.
Back when Arnold was lifting, it was steroids.
But he was. He's admitted to
it's like steroids. Impossible to get that big natty.
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, because everybody was doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you look at Arnold now compared to powerlifters nowadays and bodybuilders,
in great shape still.
Well, I mean, you look at Arnold. Look at him in his prime. I mean, dude was fucking jacked.
Have you seen his
son? But then you look at
he's not that big though.
Compared to guys now.
No,
compared to the powerlifters now.
Really?
Dude, if you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, and then look at like Ronnie Coleman.
Okay.
In his prime. Arnold's huge.
Yeah.
But then you look at him side by side and you went, Ron's huge.
I don't really compare men's physiques on a nightly basis.
Dude, for the sport, man, you gotta acknowledge gains, man. You gotta acknowledge those.
It's gains o'clock, motherfucker.
Let's go.
Dude.
Soul's a goal, size the prize.
If you don't exclude bodybuilder, exclude performer. We're going to talk again, and we're going to talk about excluding those guys and just talk about powerlifters.
Or not.
Well, this all goes what I was talking about with the drugs with the athletes.
Yeah.
Because they up until like a lot of them still do. I mean, they get suspended if they get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Painkillers, alcohol, cocaine, not so much now, but it's
It's just easy for them to evade it. It sounds like. Yeah,
but that's any athlete.
I wanted to get to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Do you remember when Roddy Piper was on Always Sunny as the Maniac?
I haven't watched it.
Damn, 'cause that was like a microcosm. It was kind of like that movie that came out, The Wrestler.
You know what? I have not seen that movie yet, and I've tried to watch it multiple times. But that movie, I heard, really shows the backside story.
Yeah, it kind of shows like the dark side of wrestling, like all the. Well, okay, I guess I'll give you a little mini recap of the Always Sunny episodes, where the Maniac was basically a maniac kind of guy, and in the show they wanted to do a wrestling show for the troops. And so as the episode goes, they get the Maniac to come in and do like a super low grade wrestling show, and he's like definitely got a screw loose, and he's like power slamming like these regular guys. And then after the show's over, he's like, "Man, you guys are really cool. You know, you remind me of my kids." And they said, "Oh, the Maniac, you got kids?" And he just looks at him, and he goes, "Nah." Not anymore, boys. And he's like living out of his car.
I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
So back on to like guys in performance enhancing drugs, where bodybuilders have to meet a physique for it too. Like power lifters just care about strength, and frankly, PEDs are great for just developing strength. So I can totally see them in it. And then, honestly, if that's all your goal is with it, any sport that needs power would be beneficial to use steroids.
So actually, another trick that
I want people to use them.
So you're pro steroids?
Safely. I feel like they made baseball a hell of a lot more interesting. And frankly, if I could see DeChambeau on steroids, I want to see him cranking a ball 500 yards. I want to see that, okay? I don't care that there isn't a course that could actually cater to that.
another trick that bodybuilders use. So because their diet is so strict.
Yeah.
And a lot of wrestlers have said, because they came from bodybuilding days, they've said that the day of the event, your diet is so strict that the day of the event, you eat something like a Snickers bar or something like a candy bar, because the sugar brings the veins out and
people like the veins
and makes the veins.
My arms don't really have any veins.
No,
Because you're, I don't want to be mean, but you're a little heavy set.
No, I never had any veins. Heavy set, you dick.
Dude,
Shame on you. You're a beautiful man.
I'm sorry, Nick. I meant to say fat.
No.
My bad.
All right, you
bad.
guys, you're both out of beer, so get out of here. Let me and Doug have some time.
Oh, well, thank you,
Go
sir.
get some beer.
Can't they're closing out.
First of all,
Epic
yeah,
cast.
Eddie, you walk away. You think about what you just said to this man.
You think about what you've done.
Yeah.
You go sit in the corner.
Sit in the corner.
Don't worry, fat ass, I got you.
Now it's fat on fat crime. That's fine.
That's fine.
All right, hop in the driver's seat. Let's get it.
Alrighty. Hello,
All right.
everybody. Oh, yeah.
Can
You want to
pop
sit here?
over?
Yeah, man. I got you.
Please, thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir. Hello,
All right.
everybody.
What's good? We're changing the shift, so Ed and John had plenty of time to court each other gently. So I was rewatching the last one. I was like, man, Doug hasn't really got a lot of time talking this last one, so I want to bring you in, have a little one-on-one while they're over there
Thank you. Let's
flapping
go.
their jowls.
What are we talking about? Topic of the day.
Well, we did topic of the day. We did how often you think about the Roman Empire. Check. We did athletes using performance-enhancing drugs, and I think we beat that dead horse to death.
You want to talk music? You want to talk albums?
Oh hell yeah! Let's
Let's
go music.
go. Let's fucking
go.
Let's go. All right. Best decade of music. What do you got?
Best decade of music.
Best decade.
Well, I'm very biased, but I
Okay.
feel like the '90s was by far
90s
and
had good
away.
stuff. No,
like,
I won't-
ooh,
yeah.
nice. I was like just in my formative years in the '90s, so I was like really enjoying it at that time. Whereas I feel like I didn't fully appreciate the
Bands. Well, all right, what's your top 3 bands from the 90s? Yeah.
top 3 bands from the '90s. Nirvana.
Salt chickers.
I don't know, because like I was like in grade school, so I wasn't quite in the high school grunge scene yet, so I couldn't go like Yellow Card. When I got to high school, Yellow Card.
Early 2000s.
Yeah, early 2000s. I'm kind of cheating.
Yeah.
A lot of boy bands that like the girls were going crazy for back then. But like you got like more grunge era, Breaking Benjamin.
If we're gonna go back to the 90s, we gotta talk Johnny Resick and the Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh, there we go.
Love
Goo Goo
that
Dolls.
group.
Yep.
Yes. 90s groups. Let's go. Matchbox 20.
Oh yeah, Matchbox 20
20.
and Three Doors Down.
Doors Down,
Were like
good
almost
stuff,
indistinguishable for me. I could never tell the difference.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Soundgarden, Pearl Jam.
Okay, yeah, getting some good ones. God, the '90s has already been like 20-something years. It's like sometimes hard for me to remember.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. Maybe because of those beers.
My favorite decade of music, all of them. I love music, but 80s,
That's a good answer.
80s
You're
hair
liking
metal.
the hair metal.
Hair metal is my favorite.
Metallica,
Yeah, to an extent.
right? Were you looking for more hair in your hair metal?
Motley
Touch my
Crue.
beverage.
Motley Crue, Cinderella, Enough's Enough, Def Leppard, stuff like that.
Red, White, and Crew.
Yes.
Hell yeah! Have you seen that movie that came out about Motley
Oh,
Crue?
you know I
The
have.
Dirt?
And I read the book.
Yeah. Oh,
the book was
book.
phenomenal.
Woo-wee.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I read that. You want a solid read from Motley Crue?
Oh, yeah.
Nikki Sixx wrote The Heroin Diaries, and I encourage
Oh,
anybody. That book will change you. That book is so well written. It's great.
I know how to read, but I don't read.
Listen. It's got to be a good autobiography. It's got to be a good musician. I'm actually currently reading Corey Taylor's Slipknot.
Oh, okay.
Never huge into Slipknot. My ex-girlfriend liked it.
You going
But
with the autobio, huh?
I love autobiography. Love it. Read just about every autobiography Nick Sixx has written.
Nice.
Read a little bit of Springsteen. It's not bad. Just couldn't really get into it. Dave
boss.
Mustaine. Dave Mustaine and Megadeth has a really good one.
Oh, Megadeth. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really know that much about Megadeth, except I think about Metallica and Megadeth being kind of like twin flames.
That's because Dave Mustaine
Yeah.
was the original guitarist in Metallica
Oh.
before he got kicked out for being an alcoholic. And yeah, it's so funny because
That's ironic.
right, the story goes that they kicked him out. They gave him enough money for a bus ticket, and
That's it?
Yeah, on that bus. Started coming up with his own band idea, and there was a headliner or something that said
Yeah, more power to him.
that said something like along the lines of like this Megadeth occurrence that happened, and Dave Mustaine said that's gonna be the name of the band.
That's my fucking band.
That's
I
it.
love it.
And yeah, he was living in an apartment, and I guess his neighbor knocked on his door asking him to like buy alcohol for him.
Yeah.
And that was his guitarist.
No shit.
No shit.
Huh.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, read Mustaine. If you guys want a really good book, if it's not Heroin Diaries, read Mustaine. Dave Mustaine's autobiography is top notch.
What do you
Good
think,
shit.
Megadeth versus Metallica? What do you like?
I've never heard Megadeth, so I'm
Never
not
heard
informed
Megadeth?
enough.
That's tough because
To make
both of
an
those
informed
groups
decision.
have their shit. Metallica obviously being the staple of,
Yeah.
of like heavy metal, but Megadeth is also a good group.
Oh, I feel like Metallica even got forgotten about because when
No.
Metallica got that song in Stranger Things, like their plays went up like by like 10,000%.
But yeah, that's because of Stranger. So I honestly
Master
believe
Puppets
that
was the song?
Yeah,
Stranger
that's
Things
right.
decided to pick obscure rock songs from then and
Yeah.
roll
Oh, that's not
forward.
obscure.
Yeah,
Just
no, I was
because
gonna
of
say that's
cost
definitely not
effect.
obscure.
No, but like half their songs like weren't top hits at the time.
Okay, Running Up the Hill.
Like that one,
Yeah.
that wasn't
Yeah.
a top
No.
hit, and they used it because they could find it at a cheaper rate for the show. That's
Yeah.
why they picked it. Let's be
Yeah, I
honest.
mean, honestly, if you're looking at like top Metallica songs, I mean, Master Puppets is good, but they didn't obviously go with Enter Sandman.
No.
All right, John, what do you think?
Megadeth and Metallica.
Megadeth versus Metallica. What do you like?
However, there wouldn't be a Metallica without Megadeth because Mustaine literally they kicked his ass out right before they made it. Hashtag Mustaine Metallica.
That's one of those things. I mean, I don't know.
Mustainica.
I love Metallica. I mean, Megadeth's one of those
Why
ones
not
that I never got too
Metallistain?
much into, but
Metallistain. I love that. Yes, Eddie. Eddie with the,
The
oh my
freaking
God,
stains
metallic
on the
stain.
metal, metallic
Good with
stain.
words.
It's Mug Monday. What am I doing buying this shit?
Oh, no, we
What
got
am I
tiny
fucking
beers.
doing?
What are we
I got
thinking?
tiny beers, and Ed's got a mug because
It's
he's
okay. I made Jess feel bad for giving John the small cup.
Oh. Wow, she did you dirty, huh?
Now apologize for calling him fat, you fuck.
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Apology accepted.
Yeah.
You heard it
Cheers.
first. I'm the dad of the group, and if I have to,
You're
not
fat,
a
I'm fat. So
dad.
we're both allowed to say we're
Dad.
fat.
but if
Thanks,
I
Dad.
have to end arguments,
I feel like you're the
I'll
closest
end
thing
an
in the
argument.
group to the wannabe dad, honestly. Because you want to be a dad.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's not wrong.
Well, we all want to be dads in our own little way.
No. I'm
No.
good.
Little swimmers.
Can't
I
go.
don't.
I can't go
I'm that
golfing.
dad that says, "Hey, I'm going out for milk."
I don't. I barely want a girlfriend, man. Fuck that.
Whoops, guys. Sorry.
Damn, save that shit for Father's Day.
Just kidding. Oh,
You ever been around screaming kids?
yes.
No. Not for me.
Or actually,
Just point at me when he
No,
said
I
that.
went.
Oh, I thought.
for all of
Case in
us,
point.
we probably enjoy not a Father's Day where we enjoy a steak and a cigar because we don't have any screaming kids.
I'd
say-
rather take 2 steaks instead of the cigar.
Listen, in Alice in Wonderland,
A steak and a
Alice
steak.
in Wonderland, they say Happy Unbirthday,
Steak
Happy
and
Unfather's
potatoes.
Day, guys.
Happy on
Can we
Father's
call
Day.
that? Can we say this shit?
Yeah, we can call it. We can do it.
There we go.
Yep.
Thank
That-
God
that
I
we
don't
know
have
of.
kids. That's what we're cheersing right now. Thank God we all don't have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Eddie. Thanks.
And you want kids.
None of us are going to
Question
procreate
these
and
decisions, man.
fill the earth with lovely little small children.
Don't worry. You're never going to have offspring continuing John Wilkes spoofing.
Oh God, that makes me want to quit.
Poetry right there.
You better
Poetry
listen
slam.
Oh.
All right, so we did 90s, we did 80s. What about the OOs? What kind of music you guys like of the OOs?
So we're talking about
Rise Against.
Roy juice.
Rise Against.
Rise Against.
Ooh.
Singer's a dude.
Oh, yeah,
Mine-
Rise Against I
Listen,
like.
I don't know much of them, but my first introduction to them was Audience of One.
I prefer
I love that song.
Everybody only knows one song about them though.
Audience of One. They have a good. No, Help Is on the Way
Yeah.
is a
They
good
were-
track.
Everybody
Against
just knows
the Current.
Savior. That's it.
As a newer group, really good.
Oh yeah, I know Against the Current. Yeah, they do covers, right? Yeah.
No, they don't do covers. They have a lot of it, like their own songs. Against
Really?
the Current.
Oh, we talk 90s, Smash Mouth, the late Steve Harwell. Are we kidding?
Smash Mouth.
Come
Let's
on.
do a cheers to Smash
Yes.
Mouth.
Rest in
Come
peace, Steve
on.
Harwell.
R.I.P.
You were an
Thanks
all-star.
For the freaking
I don't
memories.
actually want to cheer that. You can cheer
All right.
my beer if you want to,
Cheers.
but I don't.
Cheers. Why?
Just to make Doug
Hey
mad.
now, you're not an all-star.
Bam.
Get the fuck out and go
Don't get the
away.
game on. Go play.
Go play now.
Ah.
Go play Connect 4 now.
I'm good.
I love this part. I'm a little buzzed, guys. Could you tell?
All right. Do we have a final topic
Yeah.
we wanted to discuss?
yeah,
I think you're up last.
Music is
Talking
mine.
about Roy juice.
No, it's over.
Oh, come on.
No, you got some stuff written down here. We got.
All right, so we're going to talk
Thank you for
about
indulging music
writer
for me.
strike and
Titties.
as a news update, basically, which has
What are we talking- what is-
been roughly resolved.
Oh, the writer strike? So
Yeah,
can we
it
get a
sounded
Deadpool 3 now?
like they were running out of movies or
Oh.
money because they're writers.
Here, you want to pop in the main
And-
seat since you're the main focus of the topic
Oh,
right
don't
now?
let Eddie sit next to me. He
Well,
stinks.
Ed, you know what's funny
No, I
about
don't.
Yes, you do, man.
No, I don't.
that? Going along with that, you know what's funny about that?
What?
John Cena came back a couple weeks ago, and he's going to be on WWE TV for up until like the end of October.
Okay.
Imagine that.
Because of the writer strike, you think?
The Rock made an appearance
Because of the writer strike.
a week and a half ago, or a week and a couple days ago.
Yeah.
On SmackDown. Imagine that.
All right. Well, we let you set the scene on your topic, so we'll let you set the scene on your topic here. What do you want to say?
Well,
Or what do you want to ask
they
us?
I think they settled for a 25% raise, basically paid across a 3-year period. And they were addressing the labor shortage because they were getting overworked and demanded that they produce more material, and then nobody wanted to pay for more writers, which they needed. And while there is still they're still counting votes for, because when you pass these initiatives or everybody agrees, or like they agree to terms
Hey,
that
you're touching knees with me, man. I'm uncomfortable.
Ooh,
that's on you, man. When they agree to terms,
It is, folks.
very sharp knees.
all union members have to vote on the agreement. So there's a chance that it could still go backwards, and there could still be a strike. But right now, they've been voting most of them. Go ahead, try it.
I'm so glad you have
Give
your
it
own
back.
take.
I don't ever want to see that
No,
again.
You know what?
Vape swap?
So here, I got a question. I got a
Vape
question
swap?
for you.
Come on, man. Let me try your vape.
I got a question for the group.
It's the same one as
Yeah.
last
So
week.
who's been making all
Okay,
these
I
TV
forgot
shows
what
and
they
movies while these writers have been on strike? Are they scabs?
Yeah, no. They haven't released anything new in a while.
Why aren't scabs coming in?
I don't know. Is that like independent artists? Or
Yeah, like,
independent
so like if
directors?
you're in the union.
Yours hat?
What's
Like,
That's a great hat.
that? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Cabs.
isn't
cabs.
that what happened during
All
the
right,
pandemic,
Cleveland
where like
work
they
of
were
art.
releasing like independent
I love that.
movies
I
from
love
other
that.
countries in the U.S. because that was
I love that
generating
shirt.
more revenue than
No, I'm talking about, okay, so like say for
having
example,
nothing,
like
nothing
your
else
your
in the
writers.
theater, so it was guaranteed watch.
your writers are all on strike.
You guys look great.
They're not going to write anything. Why don't you just get like other random people to come in and write some
Guys,
stuff?
I'm so upset. I can't take the trophy for best dress today. Look at this dude's shirt.
Dude, we're on
Look at
topic.
him.
We finally got
Actually,
him on
we are all
topic.
fresh fly fitted. You are right. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't just
Look at that.
listen.
Fashion show.
I didn't think this was fresh.
Dude, you
I
got the
like this
dinosaur.
shirt.
Who doesn't
It
like
worked
with,
dinosaurs,
you got a
That
T-Rex.
shirt is fucking
That is
hilarious,
great
guys.
shirt. You got a great jacket.
suplex?
Got Baker
No,
Mayfield
it's
times
the
3
Stone Cold
teams.
Thunder. They're
That's
Oh,
cool.
all right.
America
My
on
mom
the
did
Red
it.
Coats.
It's dope.
Thanks, Mom.
I forgot you played for the Rams.
Yeah, I kind of did too.
Him and who's the other guy that we lost? Odell Beckham.
OBJ.
He won the Super Bowl with him though.
He did. He
Against
won the Super Bowl.
Cincinnati.
Wait, Cincinnati? I thought OBJ was in Baltimore.
No. Odell last 2 years ago, whatever the hell the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did.
Odell won with
He
that.
got a ring with the Rams.
Against
yes.
the Bengals.
Against the Bengals.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Dude, you should check out our sports recap that we did yesterday. We're going to 3 times a week.
I was gonna say I saw that you guys had a show last night.
All right, so just a little advertisement. Make sure to tune in every Sunday for our Browns recap, every Monday for our regular show, every Tuesday from now on for the stuff that we forgot, as long as we're not too hungover. And
You'll see me
a
on Monday,
little bit
folks.
more if we can think of it.
Now, on to the labor strikes.
On to the labor strikes.
There we go.
What would you guys, if you were part of a union, what would you really want them to do for you guys in your jobs, if you have them? And
I feel like the union workers use it to a severe advantage.
I think they try to. I think when they negotiate, they like to put the marks up high, whatever it is, like that they're going for, just so that it comes down to
40%.
something reasonable. Because if they demand something reasonable, they will never get it. They'll get something far below that.
Yes, that's the Zopa.
Okay.
That's how you
I'm
sell
sure
a
there's
car.
a term for it. I don't
That's
think
how
you
that's
sell
what
a
it
car.
is.
I took a negotiations class in undergrad, and then I went to school again for. We don't have to talk about that, but ZOPA is one of the only 2 things I learned from the negotiations class: zone of possible agreement. So you come in
Yeah,
high, they
okay.
come in low, and then you slowly march down towards each other.
What you actually are expecting to get, not necessarily what you want to get.
And there's also the BATNA, best alternative to a negotiated agreement. So what do you do if your shit goes wrong? Like, what if you go on strike and they don't meet your demands? What do you do?
Well, it depends. Like in the auto workers strike, there are some plants that they just got rid of the people that were, or like the people that went on strike weren't necessarily people producing cars or stuff. It was people supplying parts. So when you go to your auto shop, you couldn't get your parts for your newer cars if you want to do the work yourself, or even
We did
for
like a whole
like,
show about headlights and headlight fluid
Yeah.
and elbow
I
grease.
saw that shit.
Yeah.
okay. Then so
Blanket fluid,
yeah. It just
muffler bearings.
how do you want to? But that also it kept a lot of people employed, at least for the auto workers strike.
Are you drunk?
United Auto Workers strike.
Not about a
Look at my
butterfly.
beer, sir.
Listen,
That's quite a beer.
enunciate.
Well, I'm gonna try.
Enunciate, communicate.
Do we?
Ladies and gentlemen, how many I got here late? How many has he had? Is it 4?
It's not up to them.
No, how many
guys,
have you had tonight?
Please don't count the beers. Please don't
Yeah,
count them.
don't count the beers, man.
I've watched
Don't count the beers, make the beers count.
I'd like
that's
that.
All, let's all say in the unison.
Cheers me
don't
your
count
empty
the
cup.
beers, make the beers count. Ting, 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 ting.
Not bad.
All
That's a good one.
That's not bad, guys.
He wasn't trying. That's why it was so perfect.
I aim to please, guys.
I feel like there's a word for that too. When you don't try to say something that's good, but it comes out
Organic.
well.
It's called movie magic.
Yeah, I guess it's organic. It was very organic.
It's called superstardom.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh yeah, I got bad news about
Anyways.
everybody's shirts, by the way.
that's fine.
They're not coming, so
Don't get them from. What's
I'm
his
gonna
name?
try to make it myself.
No.
Yeah.
The Boofin shirts?
What's that?
The Boofin shirts?
No, they're not coming.
Really?
So I actually literally went and got more blanks, and I got materials today. I'm going to try to make them tomorrow.
All right, cool.
But they're going to be probably more basic. So I'm going to try to do it myself, and you know how good of an artist I am. Not good. So
I look forward to it, nonetheless.
Now they're okay. Real quick on the the writer's strike.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that is not released because the votes haven't been counted completely, and it hasn't. It's like as a result they won't release the rest of the information around it. So in the next coming podcast, we will talk about what actually was gained out of their actions.
Ooh, setting the schedule, huh?
In the meantime, like because of that, there's still aren't a lot of shows that will be on yet. Production of movies, like his favorite Deadpool over here.
Oh,
will not
Deadpool
start
numero
yet.
treso.
In the meantime, late night shows will start again, so
Even
you can
Jimmy
watch.
Fallon?
I kind of hope not.
I don't know.
kind of don't. I don't.
Yeah, we also talked about Jimmy Fallon a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
with
yeah,
just
yeah,
me and
his
John.
fucking, yeah.
There
Yeah.
was a podcast. I was watching comedians getting cars getting coffee, and
With
is it
Tim
Jimmy
Allen?
Fallon
It's,
and
no,
Seinfeld.
it's
Tim
Jerry
Allen.
Seinfeld.
Or no?
No,
No.
no.
No, is it,
Anyways,
Jerry Seinfeld,
Yeah.
sorry.
anyways,
are you?
I don't
calling
want
me?
Jimmy Fallon or Seinfeld to be a late night talk show host. Okay, it's not relevant. It's not with the times, and they're not that funny.
I'm only
Okay,
thinking, like,
Ooh,
Tim
throwing
Allen
down the
type shit.
I
gauntlet.
don't
Too.
think either of them are that funny. At least
All
not
right,
for late night
so
show
what we
shit.
need to do is we need to get when Jimmy Fallon comes back on the air, we need to get his first 2 minutes of his monologue and put him against 2 minutes of your monologue.
1%.
Let's go.
1%
I'm ready.
battery. 1% battery.
Oh,
Uh-oh. 1% battery. All right, we got to do our goodbyes.
Oh man, I want to talk more.
I bet you do. Ladies and gentlemen, Ed, the man.
The
We
myth,
love you. We
the
love
legend.
Eddie. We really do.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, come on around in a circle. John, you're next.
Drop stunners.
No.
Oh,
not
yeah.
drugs.
Not drugs.
I like my head being in things.
Oh my.
I
Don't
feel
count
like
the-
a raccoon stuck in a jar.
Eddie, say your closing
Say
shit.
your
now.
thing. I'm about to touch it.
Touch it.
I'm about to touch the end button.
I mean,
Don't count the days. Make the days count.
Just touch it.
Come on,
I
Ed.
don't know.
Say your thing. Say a thing.
if you can't relax on your time off, you'll be stressed for the rest of your life.
That was not even.
Don't
remotely
take life
clear.
too seriously. You'll never get out alive.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it.
I love that. Yes. End it. That's
Yeah,
it.
and
That's
you
the
know
show,
what they say
guys.
about Abraham Lincoln, right? Honest Abe, you can tell no lie, but old John Wilkes, he was a spy.